But my top will be, like I already said, Rodri. What a player! Talking about Ballon d'Or for this year, and let's start with dropping top three winner for Ballon d'Or. What's your favorite among them? I would like to start with Legit.
So yeah, for me, the top three are Rodri, Vinicius, and Bellingham. They were all fantastic throughout the season. Either one of those three, like wins, then it's fair. But for me, it has to be Rodri. I feel like the center defensive midfielder position is the hardest and the most important. And the way Rodri has handled for his club and his country, that's amazing. I used to see Busquets for Barcelona and Spain, and now I'm seeing Rodri more stronger for Manchester City and Spain. So yeah, I feel like he needs to win the Ballon d'Or ahead of Vini and Bellingham, even though those guys have the Champions League trophy, because Rodri was involved in 20 goals in Premier League and Champions League last season. He was the player of the tournament at Euro Cup in the summer. He had the two important trophies, Euro Cup and Premier League. Most importantly, like he was the best player for Manchester City and Spain. So I feel like he's the deserving candidate ahead of Vini and Bellingham.
Yeah. I think he deserves it. Ahead of those other guys as well. That's what I think too. And I would like to ask the same question to Bipul as well. I think he will probably say one of the Euro Madrid player.
You already know it. I mean, yeah, looking at the trophies and the Euro Cup run and also the Premier League, right? So I don't want to hesitate and give it to Rodri. But if you look at the stats, right, and the run to Champions League final and La Liga and big games, big wins in El Clasico and big comebacks they made, and then the number of goals he has put in, right? I want to go and give it to Vini at first, and at the same time, I want to give my guy Bellingham second, because their stats is kind of similar, and Vini has more goals, and I think Bellingham is also in the same level, right? So I want to give Bellingham second and Rodri third.
Yeah, it's a top three. What do you think, Kavindra? Anyone from Barcelona?
Yeah, I wanna. So
Season.
there is Yamal, but I'll wait next year for him. Okay, he will be there on the top three. Definitely, we'll see him. But he deserves to come in the top three. He was the key player in the Euro Cup as well. But let's leave it aside. So I'll go with as a Spain fan, right? I will go with Rodri, who will be winning the Ballon d'Or. I mean, I want him to win the Ballon d'Or, like how he has performed in the Euro Cup. Although he wasn't able to play the final, but he was really a key player for the Spanish team, as well as for the City team. Like Ujit said, how midfield position is hard to play. They are the one who will be delivering ball in the front. So definitely, I want Rodri to get the Ballon d'Or. On the second, I will go with Vinicius. I like that guy. He is really threatening at on the left wing. He can almost get a pass of every players in one-on-one position, even in two-on-one position as well, even in three-on-one position as well. He's that dangerous guy. But looking at his performance on the country's level, I wouldn't. I would put him on the second, and I want Bellingham on the third.
Okay. So most of the list are similar, except whoever you want to win. So people said Vinicius Junior is the top favorite for him, and then Rodri for Ujit and Kavindra, right?
Yes.
These three candidates are strong, because like Vini, I mean, even those people wouldn't watch soccer before, I'll say who didn't watch football before, they know like the Vini's impact in the Champions League, because he was so ruthless on the way to the final. Like Manchester City has been the top favorite in the recent seasons, but the way Vini carried Real Madrid to final and beyond, it was amazing. And for the country as well, like sadly, like Vini had to miss that game where they were defeated, and in the quarterfinal in Copa America, that Vini didn't play. I mean, he was unlucky, but it could have been different. But Vini couldn't play, and I'm sad for him and for Bellingham, and he's another top candidate, because the same trophies as Vinny, and he took his team to the Euro Cup final by scoring plus goals, and he was the La Liga Player of the Year as well. So these three candidates, I mean, either of one, if they win, is fair for the rest.
All right, makes sense. So let's move on to another exciting.
So
Fixture.
before that, what's your top three pick?
Mine.
It's a tough one for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of the Chelsea player did. If this is an interesting fact. I don't think they will be there in the top three, but Palmer got nominated for the. At least the name is there, right?
Right.
So I'm not that much disappointed compared with the United fan. But my top will be, like I already said, Rodri. What a player! As a CDM, if you are deserving to be in that top three list, then of course the CDM will make it to the Ballon d'Or this year for sure. Vinny and Bellingham, they're equally good as well, but still, if the CDM comes with a better stat than Cam or a winger, then it's of course the favorite's gonna be a CDM because that's the most important position of football. So, Rodri. Right.
And one thing I wanted to highlight here. I know we are talking about Ballon d'Or, right? One absurd decision. I don't know what to say. It's kind of frustrating to see. And Ivan was saying post from Neymar and all, right? All Brazilians. They didn't pull off the name of this guy, Rodrigo, in Ballon d'Or nomination. And it's kind of surprising to see that because he has won same titles, right? La Liga, Champions League. Then I know for Brazil, they could not go further because they were knocked out in quarterfinal. But the number of goals, number of assists, and the number of time he had spent in the pitch, and the effort and number of gameplays he had given to the Real Madrid team and also to his national team, I think he should be at least in the nomination. He should call out. I mean, his name should be there in the nomination of Ballon d'Or, but he was not there. So it was really absurd decision from Ballon d'Or that they missed out Rodrigo's name in the list.
Yep, that would be a bummer because he is a great player too. He has scored crucial goals as well.
Yeah,
He
he's a
should have
class
been there.
player.
Yep,
Right.
he's a clutch player for sure. Yep. So, what do you think about Rodrigo's nomination not being in the Ballon d'Or? Comment us below, and then let us know what do you think about that.